We found this on our walk today. I think it's really lovely, and it's a sign that we have unseasonably warm weather because there's no snow on it. It's weird. We've been in the 50s and 60s. Today it did freeze overnight, so we're heading towards normal temperatures. And today we are going to work in our journal, our planner, junk planner. So get out your planner and work along with me or whatever you're working on. You don't have to, of course, do what I'm doing. And I want to share with you something fun that I have available for you. Is this printable, which has 17 pages of postcard backs. And these are ones that I've scanned in over the years that I've liked. I think they're a little unique. Each one is different. Here's a private mailing card. That was before postcards were postcards. So just all kinds of fun ones. And one of the things, that I was talking about that I'm doing this year is to use what I have, try to do that. But so I couldn't find my cardstock, and I wanted to print these on cardstock. So what I did was I took scrapbook paper and I cut it down to 8.5 by 11. And then I ran it through. And so this is the back of the postcard backs. Okay, so I have cut a few of these out already. And I did do a couple oops because it wouldn't be me without a mistake. And here we go. Can't really tell anything there. These are kind of interesting. Actually, I could use these, but these you really can't see anything. So that'll have to be used in some other way. But these are kind of interesting. So I did pre-cut a few of these just to get us going because I have been doing these walking challenges and I have a few postcards that I'm behind on and I want to put them on actual postcard backs. And I wasn't sure if I had the sizes right. Looks like I went too big on these, but that's okay. It's all good, right? So let's tear up some of these and get going on putting them on a back. So what would you do with these postcard backs? These are available on Etsy, on my Etsy shop. There are at least 60 unique images. And I did do a compilation of this one here. These are all repeats, I think. And maybe this one might not be. But then you have different sizes, so you can use in different places. And also, you can always resize things, of course, when you're printing. Okay, so the walking challenges, postcards, I have been printing them with my Canon Ivy previously, and that worked really well to start with. But I am getting low on my film in there, or my printing paper, whatever you call it. And I thought, well, I should buy some more. And then I'm like, no, let's not buy anything else. Let's make do with what we have. And what I have is a lot of paper I can print. I don't have to really go buy anything. Ink and paper, I think, are fairly cheap compared to buying more refills of the paper. And another thing that I didn't totally like about printing them on the Canon Ivy was it was hard to read the postcards. I do like that it stuck well, though there's pros and cons of doing each. The reason why I am not using a paper cutter is because I like the imperfect edge, and I want to have more of that because junk journaling to me is about imperfections. It is not about getting things all nice and even. It is about being creative. It's a little therapy. That one is not going to want to let go. So a little update on my walking challenges. As you can see, I have 3 going right now. It's kind of crazy. I have the Amazon one, which is a team, which through the original one I started with Conqueror, and we're doing the Amazon, and we are over halfway through because it is a 1,000-mile route. So I would never be able to do that on my own. And the amount of time that they give you, because I think you have to do it within 2 years or something. Well, okay, I shouldn't say never, but it would feel really difficult. I started doing Pacer. I haven't really wanted to get to the medals, and because I don't need extra things to clutter up my life, really. So I downloaded the app, and I got an offer that if I joined for 1 year for, I think it was $24.99, that then I have access to do the challenges on Pacer with included in that, but I wouldn't get the medal, which is perfect for me because one of the Conqueror ones without a medal is $19.99 through the app. Otherwise, it's between $30 and $40, maybe more, if you want the medal. And then I started the German route. I did purchase this as so I would get the medal. This is the one for my book reading. Okay, so let's get these glued. I think that'll match pretty well. It's okay if it's not perfect. Yes, I am covering up the pretty scrapbook paper. This is cardstocky scrapbook paper. And yeah, I'm picked out the ones that are not particularly my favorite. So there we go. See, this is the back, and I didn't really like that scrapbook. I'm not really into the bright modern stuff. It's just, you know, you've seen what I make. It's just not my taste, and that's fine if it's your taste, but we all have our own preferences. Oh, I don't like how that sticks out the side. So let's do a different one. I would be okay with it if the siding was neutral. So I need to learn how to resize these better next time. Oh, here's something interesting that I didn't know. Maybe you did and you can say duh, but I didn't know that the Las Vegas strip wasn't actually in Las Vegas. I do have a new background too. I wanted to get a different background, and I thought about ordering something. I wanted to be able something I could work on and get messed up, and I was going through Amazon, which I need to not buy too much on Amazon, but every once in a while I think it's okay. And then I saw people selling craft paper. I'm like, all right, I have a bunch of craft paper already because it comes in Amazon boxes for free. So there's no need to buy that. So what kind of things have you been working on lately? Have you set your intentions, or do you set your intentions? Do you have a word of the year? And you could also have goals for the year, New Year's goal resolutions. I think I'm going to find some larger ones because I have a couple other things to put on here. A couple of these didn't get printed on my faux cardstock. Maybe this one, maybe that one. That one's bigger. Okay. All right. We don't have to cut them all out at the same time. This back it says from the mountain pine of Maine to the sunny sands of Florida. I think this is a fun one. It's actually not as wide as I was hoping for. Okay. I do also have these to tear out and a couple more postcards. These I went too big on these. Next time I won't go so big. These two are books that I've read so far this year. I have read more than that, but I haven't started to record them until now. And I wanted to make them into postcards as well. So what do we have left? We have 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I'm going to cut out a few more and then I'll come back. You hear the sound outside. Those are my guinea fowl. They are protesting against something. It's probably the wind, and they think it's my fault. So I was asking you about your goals earlier and your intentions for the year, because we have reached over the half point of January, and according to statistics, a lot of people who have set up their resolutions have already abandoned them. That's why I like January to be the time that you can just say, you know, I'm not sure yet about this year. Let's just see how it's going. Do I want this way or this way? I think we'll orient them this way. And there we go. One of my goals, as I've mentioned, is to get my book finished, and I sat down to make some goals about that. And if I just work on it twice a week, then I can achieve that. And the question is, do I want to trim this down or just leave it? I don't know. I might leave it. We'll see. Okay, now another question is, how do I put these all in there? So let's put them together. Okay, we have Vegas, we have Amazon, we have the Grimm's Fairy Tale route, and the books that I've read. These, I believe this one comes first. I think I'm going to trim this one. The nice thing about these is that I can use these as journaling cards. With the book ones, I want to write a little bit about what I thought of the books. So let's see how we can fit this into our journal. We do have this really nice spot up front where we have not put anything on there yet. I think it's really lovely. What can we do though? We can put one of these up here. Okay, this is not really the thing I want to see first when I open this up. So maybe this one. I like that one, kind of fits with the vibe. I do kind of lose the postcard back, but that's okay. I have plenty. I can reprint them. So let's just make a pocket. That's the nice thing about printables, is that you can just print out what you want to use and then not have the physical storage of a lot of ephemera. We did put this in here. I don't know if we really need that. Oh, those guineas. They're really going to town today. There's my daily bingo. I want to keep this like that. We have these pages we could do something with. I know I put them on postcard backs, so in some ways I want these to be able to be seen, but not all of them. I did receive this postcard in December, and I could make that into a side pocket to put these in. So let's do that. Put that down here, right on the edge, like that. Maybe we'll put Vegas in here. How about this? We have these postcard backs, and we could make them into pockets. I'll put the Amazon ones in here and put something there. I think this will stick out too far on the top. Here. Let me put this here so you don't see all my information. I have a basket of stuff I've been kind of saving up, of junk. So let's see what we can use. So here's just a few of the things. This was sent to me by the missionary that I went to India with. Somebody had actually made that. It's come unattached from the paper that it was originally glued to. So let's fix that. I think that's beautiful work. I have this gift card holder. It will provide quite a pocket though, and it might be hard to journal on. So I have this, I think I had a hair clip. This might be kind of a fun something or other to slip something in. We do have this beautiful tag. Maybe we do that. I think we like that, but I don't like this. Let's do something like this. Let's do that. I know I'm kind of covering up. I am covering up my original idea, but not all of them are covered up. And it's okay, because it's just paper. Just printer, ink, and paper. And then we are going to slit on the back. Let's use this that didn't turn out. There, that worked. And then we can put this in there. I like it a lot, because then I can also write about the book that way. So we shall do that. But I feel like we need something behind it. How about one of my mom's recipes? Still have some of that paper. And I'm going to take one of these that was accidentally printed on a regular copy paper. I'm also going to make this into a pocket that I can put this into. So, or just a tuck spot, I think. I'm not sure how this glue will like to grab, so I'm going to put glue on both the paper and the plastic. So let me tell you about the books that I've read so far. This was a free Kindle book, but Karen Whitmire is an author that I like. She's a Christian author, and it was sort of the retelling of Beauty and the Beast, set I think in the early 1900s, but I'm not sure. And I enjoyed that one. And this book is Death Wasn't Invited by Carleen O'Connor. It was a mystery. It is put out by also with June's Journey, which is a game that I like to play. And they did send me this book for free because I'm part of their creator community. So I finished that last night, and it's actually a pretty good mystery book. Of course, it's set in the 1920s, so it's kind of fun. So we'll just do that, and this will get tucked in here. Those are the books that I have read so far. What shall we do with this? And we have one more postcard for Vegas. I have a bunch of scraps left over from cutting down my scrapbook paper to make 8.5 by 11 sheets. So maybe we could do something with that. I'm thinking belly band. Maybe something neutral or not. We'll see. I want to cover up some of the background that is you're going to probably see. I do have some of this stuff that's on my table. I don't know why. Why don't we just put a little something. And I said I was thinking of belly band with this. But also on the inside, it would be nice to have some writing space. Excuse my hair. How about this? This is some of the wrapping from our Advent calendar. There we go. It's good enough for now. We can always change it later. I don't have to have everything perfect right away. And then belly band. But I also like the idea of putting something here to catch it. So what do we have? There we go. I like it. This was part of the writing prompt from my book group. And then we were on this week, and then we will be going to the next week. So that is pretty good because I filled up, almost updated to the point where we're at. And I love how it's transforming from being a planner with dates and notes to something that I've been experiencing and living. So it turns the planning into little pieces of me. So that's why I really enjoy this part. I might just even go like that. It's just so much fun to just use what I have and not go out and buy anything. I do have to buy some glue because I'm getting a little low, but that's okay. I can do that expense. It's not that I can't afford things. If I wanted to, I could buy things, but I don't want to. I want to see what I can do with what I have. Hope you enjoyed this, and let me know what you're working on, and I will see you on the next page. Goodbye.